Bring in Al Jazeera's Rageh, who's following developments for us out of Cairo. Rawya, first, the announcement. When do we expect it to be made?
At 13 GMT or 3 p.m. local time, Egyptians will get to know who is the president they have genuinely chosen for themselves for the first time ever. Remember, this was supposed to be the grand payoff. This presidential race was meant to be the grand prize of this revolution, but all along it has been riddled with disappointment. Still, this is a defining moment in the Egyptian revolution. In fact, in Egyptian history, this man, after all, will be named as the first president to succeed Hosni Mubarak following 30 years of autocracy. And the question is, will Egyptians still get a president associated with the military establishment, former Air Force officer Ahmed Shafiq, who was Hosni Mubarak's last prime minister? Or will there be a complete reversal in the Egyptian political landscape through the election of a candidate affiliated with a self-described Islamist party, Mohammed Morsi of the Muslim Brotherhood?
Rawya, as we're saying, the military has dissolved parliament in Egypt. Currently, there is no constitution, and this is coming just ahead of the announcement of who the next president is going to be. What does the announcement actually mean for the military and its role?
One of the main reasons, of course, why the election of this president is crucial, aside from stating the obvious, it's the fact that this is the man who is going to be taking over the handover of power from the ruling military council, who had been in charge of the country for the past 15 months, a very turbulent transitional period. He will be taking over this power in the form of an elected civilian authority. But of course, the biggest questions remain or loom over the real powers of this man. What will he be able to do, given the fact that we've seen the military enshrine a very comfortable place for themselves through legalizing benefits in a constitutional declaration that they issued last week? They will be or will remain solely in charge of their own affairs. They sit on top of a very lucrative and vast business empire, and their affairs will simply have zero oversight. So the question is going to be, are we going to see the men in uniform continue ruling this country in the form of Ahmed Shafiq, or perhaps through backroom deals with the Muslim Brotherhood in the form of Mohammed Morsi?
And Rawya, just a few moments ago, we were showing those live pictures out of Cairo's Tahrir Square, where people continue to be camped out. So is this announcement seen as a step towards really the resolution of Egypt's political struggle that's been going on for so long?
Well, one of the main issues to point out here, other than the ongoing struggle between the Muslim Brotherhood and the country's military, which of course could have very serious repercussions on whoever is going to be leading the country, there's the fact of the country's constitution, which is still hasn't been written. That political battle is still a very important and crucial ongoing battle. There's a constituent assembly that was formed by the dissolved parliament. They're still struggling to write the country's new constitution. Still looming over them is the threat of involvement from the military if they fail to do so on their own. So there is still a huge political battle looming on the horizon, specifically with a court order anticipated on Tuesday that could dissolve this independently formed constituent assembly.
Rawya Rageh reporting from Cairo. Rawya, thank you very much for the time being.